was diagnosed following a routine mammogram early last year with grade 2 breast cancer. I was actually diagnosed on the day of lockdown, the 21st of March 2020. I had to go down for my results on that morning. My husband and I drove down through Belfast. It was like a ghost town that day, quite eerie. I think at the back of my mind I knew what the result was going to be, and lovely doctor told me I had cancer. The following day I was able to go to the Belfast Cancer Hospital. I saw the consultant who initially told me I perhaps couldn't have the surgery because of COVID for a few months. Thankfully, he telephoned me a couple of days later, asked me to come into the Ulster Independent Hospital where I had my lumpectomy, 3 centimetre lump removed, and lymph nodes. And I got over that okay, and then I had radiotherapy in May and June. Pretty in Pink, I knew the name, I'd heard about it. 2 friends of mine had gone through a similar journey. Years ago, one of the girls held a bun sale in our local co-op, and I knew the name, and also at the hospital that day you're given a bundle and various leaflets, and the bright pink stood out. So that's where I first discovered Pretty in Pink and my journey with them. Initially, it was the first telephone call from the girl that works there, the girl that runs Pretty in Pink, the lovely Leanne. The day she rang me was a pretty dark day, in the sense that whilst the sun was shining, I didn't really have anybody to talk to. COVID was isolating. Like everybody, you couldn't go meet your friends for coffee, go for a walk in the park with family members or friends. And she rang me out of the blue, and I think the telephone conversation, maybe she'd only been 5 or 10 minutes, but it progressed, and she told me about what they offered, treatments and face-to-face things. But because of COVID, that wasn't happening, but she would be there at the end of the telephone. They did help us with some homemade heating oil as well, which was great because obviously I wasn't working at the time. It's very important that people support Pretty in Pink, because you never know what a day is going to bring. I certainly didn't know that my family would be facing this. It's a very worthwhile cause. It sort of brings you in, and so much so now that one of the days they were having a bucket collection in my hometown Lisburn, and it was a lovely sunny day and I really enjoyed it. To me, there's a lot of things that make Pretty in Pink special, but I suppose being able to open up and talk to somebody, also finally getting down to get the reflexology, which was truly amazing. The very first day I had the reflexology, the lovely girl that was treating me, herself a cancer survivor, whilst I was having the therapy, it was just nice to open up and talk to her. The future for me as a family, I feel blessed that the mammogram happened for me at the right time, just before the COVID outbreak. I'm positive about the future. I would like to help and give back. I've started a new job, support work, so I'd also like to offer my services to Pretty in Pink at a later stage when I feel a wee bit stronger within myself.